Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this video is about how to become limitless, like how to use more of your brain. I'm sure you guys have heard of the movie Limitless with sexy ass, what is his name? This guy Bradley Cooper, fucking sexy ass Bradley Cooper. And the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson. I only remember Limitless to be honest, but he took a pill and then suddenly all of his brain regions were like cohesively working at the same time, and he had this superhuman ability to just conquer his brain and therefore conquer the world. Studies have shown this, that we do use 100% of our brain capacity, so there is no magic pill we can take which is going to suddenly make us like Bradley Cooper in Limitless. However, I don't think that we use our brains efficiently. I mean, most of us don't. I know this particularly for me as well, because one day, a couple of years ago, I woke up and I don't know what had changed in my sleep, but I woke up and suddenly everything was different. It's like I had an abundance of energy. My brain was so clear. I did not need to nap when usually I have to nap all the time. And I got 1 month of work done in that one day. And to this day, guys, I cannot figure out what the hell happened that day. But that day made me realize that my brain and my body was not functioning at full capacity. This was actually around the time that I started to hard mew in my sleep, so I think it had something to do with that. But either way, I've read a lot of research papers, and from my findings, I've discovered 9 ways that you can actually unlock this superhuman state and create an effect that is similar to what Bradley Cooper had in Limitless. I mean, it would never be to that level. If you can even just be 1% better, guys, it's going to have such a remarkable effect on your life. So the first study I found, which is super interesting, is actually cold plunges. I can never pronounce this chemical, even despite my psychology background. Is the brain chemical that enhances our focus and our alertness. And dopamine is the #1 chemical behind our drive and our motivation. So guess what? When you do a cold plunge, your word I cannot pronounce increases by 530% and your dopamine increases by 250%. Even prescription stimulants do not come close to this effect. And when you take Adderall or caffeine, you get a spike and then you crash. When you do cold plunges or cold showers, you will never have a crash, and that's the difference. And it goes deeper. Let me read this to you. Cold water triggers your body to release RBM3, which is a type of protein that literally repairs and grows the connection between our brain cells. So this protein literally aids in you growing new brain cells as well. And there is another benefit to cold exposure. If you are doing your cold exposure and you're able to remain calm and control your breathing, you're actually strengthening your nervous system. And over time, this is going to rewire your response to stress. You will be able to deal with it much better. And if you are someone who's been frequently a viewer on my channel, you would know that we talk about stress a lot and how stress is the #1 factor, which is going to cause your decline, and it's going to impact you on every single level. Even my beauty videos, if I say you want to have a glow up, lower your stress levels. You want to stay healthy forever, lower your stress levels. Now let's take it a step further. If you actually incorporate using the sauna with your cold exposure, there is a 900% prolactin increase, because prolactin grows myelin, which is the insulation around our nerve fibers. And that is controlling how fast our brain can process information. More myelin means faster thinking, better working memory, and quicker pattern recognition. It's almost like we're artificially upgrading our brain's internet speed. So what would be perfect for you to do a couple of times a week is 15 to 20 minutes of a sauna at 80 degrees Celsius, followed 2 to 3 minutes of cold plunging, and repeat that 2 to 3 times. And doing this in the evening will be really optimal. It's going to improve your sleep a lot. And over time, you're not only rewiring your brain, but you're rewiring your nervous system. I need to add an important note for women. In Chinese traditional medicine, I talk about this on my channel a lot. We should be avoiding the cold, especially anything around our womb area. So I would not cold plunge as much as a man would, #1. #2, I would not use as freezing cold temperatures because it's not good for your fertility and your organs. You need to keep that area warm. So if you're ever exposing your room to the cold, immediately try to heat it up after. So I would always end with the sauna. Study #3, and this is so interesting, cardio. Your brain has a growth chemical called BDNF, and it's like a fertilizer for your brain. It's the main thing that's driving new brain cells. And we talked about this earlier. Guess what? A 2025 review confirmed that moderate cardio increased our focus and working memory by 35%, and it's directly tied to an increased BDNF. And it grows our brain's memory center by 2%, a region that typically shrinks as we age, while cardio has shown to actually increase it. Exercise is the most powerful way to grow our brain's working memory center and produce BDNF. No other research has shown or even found to come close to exercise. So you should be doing cardio at least 4 times per week. Also, if you want to take this a step further, make sure you have a diet rich in green tea, antioxidants, dark chocolate, berries, leafy green vegetables, because the brain growth effect is going to be even bigger if you can combine it with a healthy diet. Also, never isolate, guys. You might be an introvert, you might love to isolate, and I can relate. I mean, I did COVID alone, like the whole COVID, I was alone, bro. It is easy for me to be alone. However, I've noticed every single time I will gradually become depressed. I will become reclusive, like not even remember how to talk to people really. And that's because isolation has shown to be one of the leading causes of a shorter lifespan. It is so unhealthy for you. It's like equivalent to smoking, I forgot how many cigarettes, but it is so bad. So you need human connection. You need to feel oxytocin, you need to feel love. How can we feel more oxytocin in our body? Do touches, do anything that's going to like pleasure you, not necessarily sexual. Get a massage, run yourself a bath, light a candle, anything that's going to make you feel love in your body. If you're extremely dysregulated, even if you're not dysregulated and you just want someone to talk to, I really recommend having a therapist. I talk about it in all my videos, guys. Having a therapist is the greatest investment into yourself you can make. You will have better relationships, better finances, you will be happier, you will know yourself better, and you are doing not only yourself a favor, but everyone else a favor who is in your life, because nobody's perfect. And you don't need to do therapy forever, you only have to do it for how long you think you need it, and whenever you feel like you need support again, you can just call your therapist up. That's what I do. Thank you to my paid partner today, BetterHelp, for partnering with me on this video. BetterHelp is my chosen therapy platform simply because of the ease of it and the convenience. I love to just be able to schedule a video call or a text session with my therapist. I don't like going in person, to be honest. It's so time consuming, it is expensive, I have to drive there. I'd rather just do this from the comfort of my own home. And BetterHelp makes it so easy to start. All you need to do is fill out a questionnaire, and usually within a couple of days, they will get back to you with the match for you. What is amazing is if you do not like your therapist, you can change for free of charge, and it is so easy to change. In-person therapy makes it very difficult for you to change therapists. And again, it is unlikely that your first therapist will be the one for you. I've been through like 5. So join over 6 million people who are using BetterHelp right now to improve themselves. And BetterHelp has earned a 4.8 star rating out of 5 on the App Store. And there is a reason for that. So go here to get 10% off your first month of therapy with BetterHelp. Now, we're stacking again. Number 4, if we meditate after we exercise, you're going to have profound effects on your brain. Meditation is most powerful if we can stack it after we work out, because 2024 research review found that regular meditation physically reshapes the brain. We know that. It strengthens the areas for focus, emotional control, self-awareness. However, because our BDNF is peaking right after exercise, if we can meditate right after that period, this is when our brain is actually the most changeable and the most receptive to new information. So if you can meditate during this time after you work out, you're actually going to create the strongest impact on your brain's physical structure. We know that also when we wake up and when we go to sleep, our brain is in a theta state. I would do my affirmations then, my EFT tapping. Now, after I work out, whenever that is during the day, I would do my 10-minute visualization, meditation, and I would do EFT tapping again. You're going to have the most powerful stack if you can do that. Next, and this is going to be a huge point, you need to learn how to calm your nervous system. Your nervous system, above all else, is going to dictate how much of our brain we are using. For example, if you are someone who is in a chronic state of fight, flight, or freeze, I am someone in that state, you cannot even access the world around you properly because you might be dissociated. It's like you're not even here in your body. You're not making the right decisions for yourself. When I'm dissociated, it might as well be somebody else controlling me. So it doesn't matter how much else we are doing if we are literally not in our body. So we need to learn how to feel safety in our body and how to strengthen our nervous system. So what you need to start doing is breath work. I love Breathe with Sandy. He has so many videos. Whenever you're feeling stressed throughout the day, you need to learn how to calm yourself down, which means do some grounding, do some bilateral stimulation, some tapping, get that energy moving throughout your body. Somatic touches, hugging yourself, telling yourself like you are safe. You need to learn how to calm in stressful situations. And also toning your vagus nerve regularly by humming or going. If you can do a couple of rounds of this, you will eventually feel so much more calm. Another point, guys, let's talk about sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Every single damn video I talk about sleep. I don't care everything else you're doing. If you're not sleeping, there is no point. When you're sleeping, that is when our brain is literally renewing itself and your body. If you are not resting, your brain cannot do any of this. All of the restructuring you're doing in your mind, it becomes permanent when you rest. When we are sleeping, our brain is actually cleaning itself. It is pruning connections that we don't need and strengthening the connections that we do need. Guess what? One night of bad sleep is equivalent to being drunk. It is that significant. So what you need to do is every night, bed by 10 p.m., 7 to 9 hours of sleep. You might have to do some trial and error to figure out when is the best time for you. For example, I actually function the best on 7.5 hours of sleep. I need to sleep at 10 and wake up at 6. If I even wake up 7, I'm tired. And this is from my learning and my trial and error. At nighttime, I will wear my red light glasses 2 hours before bed. I take L-theanine, I take magnesium. Maybe I'll meditate. I always have a chamomile tea, something that will calm me down. And it's telling your body that you're ready to sleep. You can wind down and you can relax. You need to try to avoid your devices. If you are working, get some of those red light glasses and also make your devices all orange tone. Then you want to sleep in a room that is pitch black, 18 to 19 degrees Celsius. A cold room is better for good sleep. Next point, research has also shown that intermittent fasting is amazing for increasing the BDNF. So not only do we want to have a very healthy, clean diet, we want to intermittent fast for 16 hours and then have an 8-hour window of eating. I know this can be quite challenging for a lot of people, so maybe try it for only a couple of days a week. This is also amazing for stimulating fascia in our body. Fascia is incredible for slowing your aging down as well, because it's just cleaning all the junk out of your body. I'm gonna give you 2 extra points really fast, guys. If you're working, listen to binaural beats in each one of your ears. You need to have it through your earbuds, not through a speaker. 40 Hz binaural beats through headphones for 20 minutes during focus work or meditation, where both ears are receiving slightly different frequencies, has been shown to light up the brain the most. The greatest number of regions firing in synchronicity, the highest blood flow, and the most integrated processing. So if you're someone who really struggles to focus, put those binaural beats on. I'm going to tell you guys my secret stack because we do talk about manifestation on here as well. I will have a binaural beat or a frequency or a morphic field playing in the background. Then I layer it with affirmations on 2 times speed that I can hear but at a low level. And then on top of it, that's when I layer my usual music, usually classical music or something that gets me into a work mode. And I play this all day long while I work. Imagine working for like 10, 12 hours, guys, and your brain is just rewiring itself like that. And then you can go to sleep and again, you're rewiring. That's just like a full day of rewiring your brain. You'd be silly not to do it. You might as well. I mean, the work time is gonna pass anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are some simple ways that you can really just level up your life. You can, guys, think about this. You're trying so many different things to actually change your life when all you need to do is actually just to utilize your brain a little bit more and have the proper environment in order to do so. So I love you guys. Follow me on Instagram to connect with me and I will see you next video. Ich liebe dich. Tschüss.